Dumelang and welcome to yet another episode of The Hustle Culture. My name is Mana Kotetswane, and today I'm standing right in front of the L&B boutique where you can find the Zeri bags. Wondering what they are? Do not despair. Zeri bags are a product of Basotho. It is leather bags that are produced by Jalat Africa Company that is owned by Basotho men who are determined to change the leather industry in the country. Today we are going to sit down with Ntatele Bewana Matsimani, who is going to share with us their journey throughout all this process, taking us from making these bags to taking them to the market and how they are able to export them. And of course, they're going to share with us about the collaborations that they have with L&B. Let's just walk inside and hear all the story.
Matlala le apona ka pakata mabitla modimo wa go utlwa ga kapela pitso ga magula modimo o motšha gapela wa gale gore gampelle we moholo jega.
Welcome to the Hustle Culture.
Thank you so much.
Tell us about yourself, like your educational background. Are you born here? High school?
As you mentioned, my name is Libewana Matsimani from Titavaneng, right here in Marcel.
Okay.
And I studied mostly here in Marcel, Titavaneng Primary, Makwanyane Primary, St. Joseph's High School, and then Rotorua Polytechnic. That's where I studied electrical engineering. And then subsequent to that, I went to South Africa to continue my studies in Durban. Yeah.
Okay. So tell us about your business, because today you and I were going to talk about your business. Okay, so tell us about it.
My business partner and I, Mr. Mushashwa, we started this business in 2017.
Yes.
And we named it Jalat Africa.
Why Jalat?
Okay, from the very beginning, I think I've always had an African vision from the business.
Okay.
That yes, we're going to be based in Lesotho here.
Yes.
But would want to be, whatever we produce should represent something African about it.
Okay.
So hence the Africa part in the name.
Okay.
But Jalad is an Arabic name which means leather.
Okay.
So Arabic, we know, is a mostly spoken language on the continent.
Yes.
I think second to that is Swahili. So we're trying to come up with names that will also reflect who we are as a business. Okay. So then Jalat Africa, we thought it was a cool name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You did say it was established in
2017.
2017.
It was registered in 2017, but operations started last year around March, April.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many employees do you have within that shop?
Well, when it started, it was about 8, but we've grown to 10 now.
Okay.
In production, we've got about 6-7 people in production.
Okay.
The rest of us are doing marketing, sales, and just to manage the business.
So with you, honestly, I am not going to ask you like every other entrepreneur that I've met, because most of the time with the hustle culture we capture young people, young in the business, still growing. But for you, I would like you to share some insights, some wisdom. I want to know if there are any ethical concerns in this type of business that you're dealing with, and how do you deal with it?
I think in every business, personal values is an opportunity to showcase them.
Okay.
And if you would read our profile as a business, righteousness is one of those things that we put as a pillar in our business, because we believe we need to create the right environment for us to do business. So we strive to be as righteous as possible in the way we do business. We fortunately, it's a partnership of two. So we are able to keep each other in check.
Yes.
If I'm doing something, I can refer to him. Because sometimes when you're doing something, you can be so consumed in it. And then you can lose, you can get yourself caught up in a certain thinking.
Yes.
But we bring a bit of balance whenever we have conversations. So yes, every business environment has got its own ethical issues. But we strive as a business to stay on the right path. And we believe it has to be a godly business. Hence why we want our values to reflect who we are as individuals.
Can you please tell us about the mistakes that you have made since you've started this business? And perhaps what you would like our viewers to learn from them, or what you have learned from them?
There's been quite a number of them. I think the biggest one would have been, I think we had expected to, as they would say, to hit the ground running.
Yes.
We thought we'd just put machinery and start working on products, and a few weeks later or months later we'll be selling. But we've learned that it doesn't happen so much like that. First of all, I think Lesotho as a country, we have a very, almost non-existent leather sector.
Yes.
So it's not easy to get skill, just, let's say textile, for example. You already have a textile industry.
Yes.
So if you need so many people, even if you pass by the, let's say, Tesane or the industrial areas that we have, you always find people that are keen to get employment. But in our sector, it's a different setup. You don't find somebody who's ready that you can just buy, rather employ and put on production immediately.
Yes. Okay.
So one of the setbacks for us was that the skill that we thought was there, we realized actually to stitch fabric and to stitch leather is two different ball games.
Okay.
So the team that we brought on board had a bit of understanding in terms of stitching, in terms of production, in terms of design, but most of it was in fashion, just normal fabric.
Okay. So now,
yeah.
please take us to your manufacturing.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is where the magic happens.
Yes, as Manako, this is our workshop. Welcome to Jalat Africa. And this is our team led by Ndate Makiwan,
Okay.
who is our designer and the production manager.
Okay. Okay. Ntate Makewan, I hear you are the one, the show. You are the head designer. So can you please tell us a little bit about your background?
I studied fashion design from Mkonkoni University of Creative Technology.
Okay.
And I graduated 2017. Yeah.
Okay. So I understand now you're working with leather. Did you know anything about leather? Did you have any background in leather, or because you studied fashion design that helped a great deal?
Yeah, it doesn't fall too far from where I studied, because actually leather is just an accessory to fashion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see you have a whole production team. So with the workmanship that you have now, how many bags do you produce in a day, like minimum number?
3.
What type of bags are we talking about?
I do produce all kinds of bags, men's and women. So under women, I do have like under handbags. I have a lot of categories, of which is satchels, hobo bags, slim bags.
Okay.
I got a lot under.
Okay. He is mentioning quite a lot. I don't know if for you ladies, you know all these different types of bags, but for me, I only have one small bag, I have a big bag, I have a travel bag. Like, that's how I call them. Small, big, medium, but I didn't know like they have the actual names.
From all the bags that I've produced, I actually got my inspiration from the architectural structures, mostly.
Get out! How does architectural structure help you in designing bags?
Before I design, I have to follow the principles of design and the elements of design. So I look at the forms and the shapes.
Wow, that's amazing. I would have never thought of that. I do believe that everybody becomes an expert in their own field, and you have proven that. Every journey has a beginning. And here, Ndate Makewan is going to show us their very first product and compare it to where they are today. Ndate Makewan, tell us about this bag that you're holding.
This is the bag that I produced. This is what I started with.
Okay.
So here we are.
This is a massive transition. So can you tell us the difference? Like from this one, for me, who doesn't know anything about leather, this still works.
Yeah, it does work, but the workmanship actually
Okay.
it's not the same as this one.
Okay.
So this is the great achievement.
And with this one, I can see that the color combination and the design is more advanced.
Color is very important in designing, so
Okay.
you have to work more on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you have to study about?
Yeah, I studied it a lot.
Okay.
I did more of colors. Before designing, I sit down and work on my colors.
Okay.
to see which ones goes together.
Oh, okay, okay. I would have not known that. I mean, we live in the world of color blocking nowadays. I just mix whatever color that goes. But I must say, when I look at these bags, I can tell that they have been well thought of.
A lot of people do say it's color blocking.
Yes.
That's not color blocking.
Okay.
We have different types of colors.
Okay.
Analogous colors, complementary colors,
Okay.
split complementary colors. We have a lot of colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, thank you very much for sharing this journey with us. Tell me, within the production, did you have people who already have the necessary skills in terms of leather per se, or to achieve that goal that you wanted, to achieve the quality that you need for the bag?
When we started our production, we were of a feeling that the skills that we've gathered are sufficient to give us the kind of products we needed to get into the market with.
Yes.
But having started with our first bag, we realized that there's quite a number of things that we were not very happy with, especially on the finishing side. A bit of our stitching, a bit of how we attach, let's say, the inner part with the outer part.
Yes.
So we realized that, you know what, we might have to put a bit of an investment towards skills.
Okay.
Hence why, as a company, we decided to take our production manager, Mr. Makewan,
Yes.
to training in Ethiopia.
Okay.
Because in
Okay.
Ethiopia, they are quite advanced in leather sector.
Okay.
They even run what they call a leather institute. So through the assistance of our entity from government called LIP,
Yes.
we secured funding to send him for training.
Okay.
And he stayed in Ethiopia for almost 2 to 3 weeks,
Okay.
where he had actually a dedicated trainer who took him through all the things that we felt we were lagging behind on. Hence why, when he came back, I think the before and the after, you could actually see a huge difference in the
yes.
products.
Okay. Okay.
I went to Ethiopia, Leather Institute of Ethiopia, Leather. That's the big institute in Ethiopia. That's where I got a special training for leather. Because working with different grades of leather, it's not easy. So I had to go and study.
So basically, what you would advise is that people should always make sure they acquire necessary skills in order to run a business or to produce anything that they want to produce. You don't just come with, you know what, we can do this.
Yeah. I think, as they always say, your biggest asset in business is your own employees.
Yes.
So if you put so much into your employees in terms of skills and development, that translates into products in our case.
Okay.
So we felt it was a worthwhile investment in him. Hence why we are happy with our products. We've already been to a number of expos, a number of, we've been to Cape Town in the South Africa events.
Yeah.
We have attended quite a number of them.
Okay.
And we feel our products are beginning to compete with other producers in the region. Yeah.
So we have seen your bag when you first started, and the bags that you produce now. What like every time you look at that bag, what do you think?
For me, it's always a good. It's almost like when you look at your pictures when you were young.
Yes.
Or you begin to see this was me then, but this is me now.
Okay.
And like I'm saying, it's been a journey. Business is a journey. So it becomes a reminder to us that we come from somewhere. We have a story to tell. You know? We have something. When somebody comes into our shop, we're able to say, you know what, this is where we started from.
Yes.
And this is where we are. And that journey, I think, to me, it's something that can give somebody hope. That say, you know what, I might have started at this level. But if I put energy into what I'm doing, if I invest into skills and time into what I'm doing, I can move from here to there. And for us, it really gives us going. Just to see that bag displayed in the workshop, it's almost like, you know what, this is where we come from. And this is where we are now.
Do you think there's anything that can be done in the country right now to improve entrepreneurship?
There are a number of things. Having been in business for when I was second year now.
Yes.
Some of the things that I do believe we still need to cultivate as Basotho is ways of working together. Yes, we are in leather. There are people that are already in leather, for example, that we can complement each other with.
Yes.
You know, we can share our experiences, we can share our skills. But also you've got what you call your value chains.
Yes.
If I'm making bags, the question then is, where do I sell the bag? You know, where do I source my materials?
Yes.
Where do I get certain things that I need as inputs into my production? But as Basut, if you begin to look at business as value chains, we'll be able to help each other out and collaborate in some areas. Just like I've been saying to you guys, that L&B boutique here in Maseru Mall, they actually offer a space to showcase our products in their shop.
My wife met Daddy Zeri.
Yes.
And
That's Libewana. Yes.
it's such a difficult name for Irish
It's
mother.
totally all right. We understand.
Yes. And coincidentally, I'd been talking to the EU ambassador about our products, where they're sourced, and he said, "Why don't you source more products in Lesotho?"
Yes.
I said, "Well, we'd love to, but we tried with the football jerseys, we tried with belts, and we tried with various other items. But unfortunately, most of the suppliers couldn't provide the quantity and quality that we needed to fulfill our contract, let's say, with our clients." And then, as I say, coincidentally, my wife got talking to that.
Yes.
And she spoke with me afterwards, and then I phoned him. This is how we do it. And he showed me the samples, and I said, "Wow, this is made in Lesotho." I cannot believe this.
Yes, the quality is up.
Everybody I showed to, even the people from whom we buy those plastic dresses, I showed them my bag. Wow, this is made in Lesotho. Yes.
Wow.
And she ordered a bag for herself.
Yes.
Said what design she needed. I brought it to her. Happy.
So are you happy with the quantity? I realized you're already happy with the quality.
Yes.
So now are you happy with the quantity that you get from Java?
Never let us down.
Okay.
Yeah, even one of our customers from Congo.
Yes.
We wanted the men's bag.
Yes.
But he said, "Can I make the strap a little bit longer?"
Yes.
So I posted that. Yeah, no problem. 2 or 3 days later, I had the bag. Customer came, tried the bag, perfect.
What I've seen mostly in the country is that we would rather run alone and compete with each other than to collaborate with each other. Like when I see you doing leather bags and I am doing leather bags, I don't see it as an opportunity for us to work together, but I see you as a competitor.
Unfortunately, that's the spirit that is there, and I think it's high time that we break it down and we introduce a new culture whereby somebody can make earrings. I make a bag, somebody makes an outfit, and then somebody models it out as Lesotho products, and we take it out even to other places, and we begin to attract buyers, we begin to attract other shops and boutiques, be it in South Africa or even beyond.
Yes.
But I think one thing I've learned with international buyers, they prefer to go to a place where they are able to get something more complete. They don't want to fly from so far just to come and buy bags. What about if they get bags and then they get earrings? They get shoes and they get clothes. So that's the kind of thinking that I think we need to cultivate as business people in the country.
Here in Lesotho, like when I establish a business, I'm thinking 2 million people. I'm thinking my neighbor. I'm thinking few people that are in the corporate world that they'll be able to buy. But we don't ever look beyond our borders. What are the opportunities? But for you, most of your bags are leaving this country. How are you able to do that?
We're all aware that we are now in a global village. You know, South Africa for me, it's just a neighbor country.
Yes.
And with in excess of 40 million people. And it's a very good market just across the border where I can even deliver within a short space of time. And not only South Africa, we've got our SACU region. Now Africa is becoming one whereby we'll be able to be trading duty-free across the continent.
Yes.
So that kind of thinking, when you see 1 billion people on the continent, when you see 40 million people in South Africa, when you see people within our region, SADC, that's the kind of mindset that I think we need when we go into business.
One last question for you, and this one is not much related to your business. But when we first came to you as Oakland Productions, you were 2 young people coming to you, and you are already running a business, or you are running this brand that is of high quality, right? And really for me, it's very reputable because when I saw your bags, I marveled. I did not believe that it was made in this country. And when we came to you and told you we would like to feature you in the hustle culture, you didn't want to see the quality of our work, one, because you didn't question that we are young. You just believed in the dream that we had or the vision that we had, which is what we don't always get from people who are running reputable businesses or perhaps who are at a higher level in terms of business. They're not startups. So I'm just wondering, why was that? Was there a particular reason that you said, you're just going to give them a try? Or why?
For us, we feel that there is so much talent in the country. We just need to give it a platform to showcase their abilities. So having done it in terms of doing our branding material as a company, having done it in photography, I think we have come to a point where we feel like we want to use our company for people to use it as a platform as well, to showcase their abilities. If you are in filming, come and film our products. If you are in photography, come on board. If the quality is not where it's required, you can work the journey with us. Then we can get it to the right level. So it's something that we've done a few times. Hence why for me it was not a fearful thing to do. And by the way, I believe you guys have already been to your social media platforms. And I think you guys are doing an awesome work already. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's because like nowadays it's very hard when we are young people getting into any industry, to be honest, and we have this idea and we want to implement this idea, and people doubt because we are young. They doubt maybe we are inexperienced. But the question is, how are we going to learn if we are not given the platform? How are we going to grow if we don't have the platform?
Besides, remember, Africa is got one of the youngest by age population globally. So if you really want to find young people, come to Africa. So, and the creativity comes with young people. That innovation is very much in the hands of young people. So we want to bring them on board. You know, I'm already not that young, so I need a bit of energy, I need a bit of creativity in our business. So the best place to get it is in young people.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
As the saying goes, hustle in silence and let the success make the noise. Jalat Africa has done it through their brand, Zeri. You can do it. And thank you so much for joining us today in this episode of The Hustle Culture. Again, I'm Mana Kotetswane.
Khmekhulo khutshane la pele melala ntlela bophedi ga ba kopi ba intedi tsepele ditswatsana le lela matlala le apona ka letshole ditswani ha be ka mako matlala le apona ka pakatsa mabitla modimo wa go utlwa ga gapela pitso ga magula modimo mo tshagapela wa gale hore gampelle we moholo jega mojagwa tshito tsa batho ha be ka mako tlatla matsholo se le sa pula tlatla metswe tsekeledi ne sa pula matlopotlopo